Hello. Not to freak you guys out, but in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to turn at least 15 of you into an environmentalist. My name is Vidhi Adhikari, and I'm a sustainability content creator, or as I introduce myself to other people, मैं कूड़े में हाथ डालती हूँ. As someone who has been working in this space for the past 8 years, I just started off as a college girl with very little knowledge about climate, not an expert, just sharing my simple everyday habits, which I thought would help inflict lesser harm on the planet. Cut to now 8 years later, and I am still that girl who still preaches those very simple habits, still not an expert, probably never will be, but has somehow managed to convince many of our followers to start doing their bit, whether it's by giving them a new type of hobby, whether it's by suggesting them things that would make their purchases a little more affordable. So my goal today is to use all of my learnings from those 8 years in these 15 minutes, in the hopes that when you leave, you too inspire someone else to make one small change in their lifestyle that inflicts less harm to the planet. Now, why did it take me 8 years to finally figure out how to make people serious about climate change? Because 8 years, it's quite long, isn't it? I mean, in that time frame, I could finish BTech twice. So what was the problem? For the longest time, I couldn't figure out कि like content चल क्यों नहीं रहा है. I was making posts every day. I was trying to make my content as catchy as possible, but नहीं आ रहे थे views, and I couldn't understand why. But now in hindsight, I kind of feel कि मुझे ऐसा कभी क्यों ही लगा कि content चलने वाला था. So before cracking the climate algorithm, here are some of the mistakes that I made. Mistake number 1, running after trends. Running after trends? How? Like this. Show of hands, how many of you guys remember these old Instagram trends? Any of them? Yeah, I wish you did not. To be honest, there was no originality in any of this. I was just simply copying others. In trying to like make sustainability very relatable for people, I was trying to water it down to make it more palatable for my viewers. Mistake number 2, trying to speak to the entire world. I thought that if I spoke in English, I would be able to reach a bigger audience, and I did get a couple of followers from the US, but that strategy had 2 flaws. Flaw number 1, even if majority of the world speaks English, only 19% of the world speaks it. And you know, if you look at the list of the most spoken languages in the world, उसमें third number पे तो हिंदी ही आता है. So for the longest time, I was making content in a language where I could not express myself very authentically. I mean, obviously you can make content in any language that you want, but I wanted to speak to my audience the way I speak to my friends. And honestly, I don't speak to my friends in English. Another problem that arose out of this, whenever I'm talking about like, let's say recycling. So although people in the US were able to understand me, sustainability advice is not universal, right? For example, let's take recycling, okay, as a demonstration. How many of us recycle over here? Do you guys call raddiwalas at home to get, you know, stuff recycled like newspaper at what? Okay, so there is nobody here who recycles. Okay, something to learn then. So in Delhi, usually what happens is, when you want to recycle your dry waste, you collect it all in one place, and then you call your raddi wale bhaiya, and your raddi wale bhaiya brings a katta like this, and he segregates all of your dry waste. He segregates it into plastic, gatta paper. You also have e-waste in the mix, something like this, yeah? And then he weighs all of these things individually, and then you get paid for it, like maybe like 100-200 rupees you get out of it, right? But problem is when you're trying to recycle, like somewhere in Los Angeles, the laws change a little bit. First of all, you're not going to get paid for any kind of segregation that you do. Second thing, you are supposed to be doing all of this yourself. ये कोई रद्दी वाले भैया वहाँ तुम्हारे लिए करने नहीं वाले हैं. And to make it worse, you also have to segregate different types of plastic, like bottle and they cannot go in the same place. So, if as a Delhiite, my way of sustainable living differs from the rest of the world, why was I trying to speak to the entire world? So this was another mistake that I was doing in my sustainable lifestyle, and also when I was documenting it. So, another mistake that I made, quantity over quality. It's very, very true that when you're starting off as a content creator, you have to build a presence. You have to be visible in the ocean of reels and posts that people are going to see every day. They need to remember your face. But once they remember your face, that face has to come with a lot of substance, with logic, sound opinions, doable solutions. So tell me, apart from trying to meet my weekly content quota, was there any reason for me to upload this? Do you even know what I'm talking about in these two posts? That's my sister, by the way. Even the caption was barely like 2 or 3 lines. So this was another problem that I was doing in my content creation era. And because of this, for years, I was talking about such important topics like the importance of repairing and sustainability through such rushed content, and I barely got any engagement. But today, I do the same thing. I talk about the same topics like repairing, and I get engagement far more than I have ever gotten. How? Now, this is the part where you all start to think like an environmentalist. So let's begin. After all of my mistakes, what finally worked? Idea number 1, solving your problems before the planet's. This was my first epiphany that in order to make you take action, I need to help you first. For example, if I start giving answers to very big questions like how can we solve the fast fashion crisis? By the way, do you guys know this, that we have a fast fashion crisis? Our clothes are like the second biggest water polluter in the world. The dyes used to color these clothes, they are poisoning the water supply of third world nations. The labor that is making these clothes is extremely overexploited and extremely underpaid. And when we throw it away, it ends up in places like this, where it rots, it emits greenhouse gases, it poisons our air, water, land, blah, blah, blah. Even if I told you all of this, can you guys reverse fast fashion? No. Can you clean the water supply of those third world nations? No. Would this data make you a little concerned? Maybe. But would it concern you enough to start taking action? Probably not, because you don't really know what to do about it, right? But what if I were to answer a very awkward question that some of you might have had once in your mind? ये नए चड्डीज, ब्रास, बनियान्स खरीदने के बाद फटे पुराने कच्छों का क्या करना चाहिए? All of a sudden, it wasn't the landfill that is choking in such kind of trash. It's our wardrobe, right? So, what if I told you कि ये जो सारे कपड़े हैं, इनको तुम अच्छे से फोल्ड करके कहाँ दे सकते हो ताकि एक तो तुम्हारा wardrobe declutter हो जाए और ऐसा कोई toxic trash उससे ना बने और अपसाइकल होकर वो कोई ऐसी चीज में कन्वर्ट हो जाए जो जरूरतमंद बच्चों के भी काम आता है. After this, would you be willing to listen to me? That's exactly how my क्या करे सीरीज वॉज बॉर्न. पकोड़े तलने के बाद ये पुराने तेल का क्या करें? चिप्स खाने के बाद उनके पैकेट्स का क्या करें? तो suddenly when I started answering such household level questions, I didn't even have to try anymore. Every day, like even non-followers and followers, they started asking me questions कि like विधि यार जूतों का क्या करें? पुराने जूतों का क्या करें? अगर मेरे बच्चे बड़े हो गए हैं तो उनके खिलौनों का क्या करें? ये घर में पड़े हुए एक्सरेज के ढेर का क्या करें? Everybody all of a sudden was so interested in taking action, and the Kya Kare series, it just kept growing with it. Idea number 2, bringing it closer to home. So if the first idea was answering the question Kya Kare, this one answered Kyun Kare. Tell me something very honestly. When the pandemic was just starting in that country in November 2019, were you all really worried over here? When there was no lockdown here, everybody was healthy, nobody was falling sick, most of us were not scared, right? And it makes total sense because that's how we humans behave, right? If it's not happening to me, it's not my problem. Cut to few months later, when we all got work from home, people around us began falling sick. All of a sudden, it became so real that we started holding sanitizers, masking up, locking ourselves in. Because none of us believe that it happens to us until it actually happens to us. This is the exact problem with climate change. So earlier, we didn't care enough about climate change because we used to get very basic news like this. That all of those oceans are choking in plastic and the landfills over there, they are drowning in trash. So we used to think after reading this, okay, my problem thodi hai. Until news like this started popping up. So my intention behind sharing all of this was never to scare anyone. Maybe like just a little bit, but mostly to educate them. Educate them so that the next time they pick up a paper cup, they remember ki first of all, this is not paper, this is once again plastic. And this kind of plastic doesn't just choke oceans, it actually releases 25,000 microplastic particles जब इसमें हम गर्म पानी डाल देते हैं. And if you add a tea bag to it, which is again made of plastic, ये कपड़ा नहीं है, ये paper नहीं है. If you add it into this, it releases, get this guys, 6 to 12 billion microplastic particles in our chai. And we drink this plastic cocktail up. Some of us over here drink it every day. So that's how we started getting all these news that we are finding more and more microplastic particles in our bloodstream and how they are disrupting hormones. And another very interesting thing that I think might, concern a lot of the boys over here. So listen up. All of this plastic that's running around in our bloodstream, it doesn't just do nothing. It causes hormonal problems like this, and it's also capable of doing this. Can you read it? So remember how I said I could scare you into turning into an environmentalist? Guys, I was dead serious. I was shrinkingly serious. On a lighter note, idea number 3, something for everyone. Obviously, my job as a climate content creator would be so much easier if all I could do was show you guys research papers and all of a sudden everybody wants to care about the environment. It doesn't work that way, right? But here's the thing, you don't have to care about the environment. You don't even have to care about your health. Just take a look at the very simple, basic daily habits that I talk about. It's very easy. For example, most of y'all are science students here. Yeah, people from science background. How many of you used to like chemistry as a subject? Show of hands. Few, right? Okay. So if you liked chemistry, I would suggest researching what this is. This is a homemade solution. You can make it at home right now. It's made from trash. It's 99.5% effective against germs. So it works as a floor cleaner, glass cleaner, toilet cleaner, multi-surface cleaner. It works as a biofertilizer, plant pesticide, and there are brands that are trying to make solutions to treat skin irritations out of this. Why do we need to make this? If you go home, just look at the back label of your floor cleaner or toilet cleaner, and you're going to realize that many of these brands, cleaner brands, they admit themselves that the chemicals found in their cleaners are first of all killing marine life, which we don't care about, but they can also cause respiratory and skin issues in us. Even if we put the health issue aside, it's very important that we stay away from things that harm the ocean, because contrary to popular belief, our majority oxygen does not come from forests or trees, it comes from the ocean. So let's keep the ocean clean. Another idea. How many of you like to garden over here? Gardening? Anyone interested? Okay. Oh, nice. More. If you like gardening, you don't really have to buy plant fertilizer or manure or anything. You can make this thing at home. Can you see it? It's called compost, and I make it out of my own kitchen waste. मेरे घर में जो भी fruit और सब्जी के छिलके होते हैं, I compost it into this plant food and I give it to, my mom gives it to our garden. Another idea, another example. How many of you all shave over here? Shave. Nobody shaves here? Yeah, okay. Some of us shave. I shave too. But I don't just use this plastic razor, because this kind of trash again creates microplastics. ये 100 साल के ऊपर तक रह सकता है हमारे landfills में. So instead I use something like this. This is a very durable, reusable safety razor. I think the older generation might know what this is. It's very durable. You just remove this metal blade जिसमें कोई plastic नहीं है. अगर blunt हो जाए तो recycle it and replace it with a new one. This is very durable because it's 30 years old. This one belonged to my father and I still use it and it's in perfect condition. So imagine how much money you can save in 30 years अगर बार-बार वो वाला razor ना लेना पड़े तो. Another thing, speaking of money saving, another thing for my fellow menstruators. Do you guys know what this is? I'm asking the boys as well. Do you guys know what this is? This is a menstrual cup, and it's a replacement of all those toxic plastic pads and tampons. For the past 7 years, instead of buying any pads or tampons, I have been using this. And the moment I hit the 10-year mark, I will have saved 18,000 rupees by not buying any new pad and simply using this. One last thing for all those people over here who are extremely lazy. Please raise your hand. How many of you are lazy? Oh, that's a lie. I'm very sure more of us are lazy. Exactly. If you are extremely lazy, if you don't want to do any of this, do this very simple thing. अपने इनबॉक्स के ईमेल्स फालतू वाले डिलीट कर दो. प्लीज अनसब्सक्राइब फ्रॉम जंक मेल. एंड आई नो दिस वन इज वेरी हार्ड, बट चैटिंग के टाइम स्टिकर्स, जिफ्स वगैरह यूज करना थोड़ा सा कम कर दो. एंड AI को फालतू फन के लिए यूज मत करो. Because guys, even our virtual data, it's stored in these giant data centers, servers, which guzzle up copious amounts of water and electricity every second. तो अगर तुम अपना digital footprint भी control कर लो, it makes a difference. Now, what did I mean when I said I'll turn some of you into an environmentalist? Does this mean that I am going to equip you to save the world? No. Will I turn you into an expert? Not really. But after leaving today, some of you might research what composting is. You might want to look up menstrual cup. You might want to try a bioenzyme. Why? Because you are no longer clueless. There are so many entries into the world of sustainability that most of us don't even realize that these simple cheezein could make a difference and help the environment. But they do. And now for you, because you have kind of an idea of the things you can do, it's doable enough for you to start. And that's what I need, more and more people to start. And if you are one of those people who's going to look me up to learn more, you know where to find me. Thank you.